Hey guys, what's up? Today I want to talk about my PS2 collection, more specifically my PS2 RPG collection, because 95 or more percent of these big bunch that you're seeing right here are JRPGs. So I'm making this video because number one, this is my favorite console of all time, and it's the one that has the most RPGs of all time. Second, it is the one in which I have the most video games, especially JRPGs, in my collection. And number three, because there are, some controversies here and there that I want to talk about, because they will definitely make for a good topic of discussion with you guys. All right, let's get to it. All right, let's start with this bunch here. My Suikoden games, Tactics, Suikoden 3, Suikoden 4, and Suikoden 5. And I put these three right here because Xenosaga 3, Wild Arms 5, Hunting Ground, and Suikoden 5, let's put it here, are my four rarest and most expensive video games that I own for the system. And this is one of the controversies that I want to talk about that I mentioned at the beginning. The thing is that I don't think this is a good time anymore to collect for the PS2 unless you are willing to pay between $30 and $40 for each game. But there's still some cheap games now and here and there, like Suikoden 4, that's a $15 to $20 game. Same case with Suikoden Tactics. Suikoden 3 is the same, I believe, like a $20 game. But most PS2 RPGs, especially some of the classics or underrated gems or hidden gems that I can't seem to shut up about, are on the $30 to $40 range. So if you want to spend that kind of money, if you're willing to spend that kind of money or just willing to do a lot of hunting with a lot of patience, maybe it is a good time for you to collect for the PS4, right? PS2. But I think the time to collect for the PS2 is kind of gone now. Most games are on that range of price. And if you live in another country like mine, in Mexico, for example, or Latin America, or some places in Europe, it's even worse because you're going to have to pay shipping prices if you buy on eBay or on Amazon, etc. So, when it comes to PS2 RPGs, or rather JRPGs, you will see in a bit when I show other games, but I have almost all of the games that I really want. I mean, there are a lot of games that I would like to have, but I'm okay not having them. If I have them, that's fine. If I don't, it's also fine. And I'm missing like, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 games that I really want. And 2 of them are Xenosaga 1 and 2. And I know they're cheap, but like I said, this is what I said a few seconds ago. Some games may be cheap in the US or Canada or maybe, I don't know, England. But in Mexico, Xenosaga 1 and 2 are games that should be sold at retail places or with resellers or on certain websites for like $10, right? Or maybe $15, maybe $20, but people are selling those games for outrageous prices like $30 to $40. And I don't want to pay those prices for those games because I know for a fact they're not that expensive. Xenosaga 3, however, is like one of my holy grails here. That's a $120 game nowadays. Wild Arms and Hunting Ground. Most of these games I've talked about them 10,000 times already in my other channel. Hunting Ground, I haven't covered that game much because it's not a JRPG. I've talked about this game in my channel. There are like 2 or 3 videos with it in it. And it's a survival horror game for those who don't know. It's a very expensive game. This is the holy grail, my holy grail on the PS2. It's a game that complete in box, good condition, sells for like $200 nowadays. I know that's insane. It's a survival horror game. Look for it on Google or YouTube and you will see amazing gameplay mechanics. This was supposed to be Clock Tower 3, but it wasn't, and then Capcom changed the title at the end and turned it into something slightly different from the Clock Tower series. But yeah, check this game out, guys. This is a great game. I'm not sure if it's worth the $200 price, but to me it is because it's a survival horror masterpiece in my opinion. And I know you're itching to see Wild Arms 5, what this series 10th anniversary edition contains. So let's get right to it. Let's show it to you guys. Right, here it is, golden and shining, and I can see my reflection there and also the fan reflection up there right here. Sorry about that, but this is the best spot to shoot this Not unboxing, but I don't think I've ever shown this game before, what it has, so let's just open it up. Really careful because this is a very expensive game, and this is the only edition we got in North America. I mean, people will sell this game loose if you want it, but this is supposed to have, this is the only edition, the special edition, the 10th anniversary edition is the one we've got. How much this game goes for nowadays? I think it's on the $100 range, maybe $80, between that. Here's what it has, that's it, the box, the back of the box. There's nothing else there. Just the game and the art book. It's not sealed. Most of my games have plastic badges, or bags I mean, to protect them. This is the original plastic box plastic bag that it came with. I open them here and then just drag the game down. The game is nothing special, it's just a normal game. Game, disc, and manual. Let's take a look at the art book. The Art of Wild Arms. I like this because it's not only the Art of Wild Arms 5, it's all the art of all the Wild Arms. It's a map of field Gaia, right here. And then the introduction. And Virginia Maxwell from Wild Arms 3. And just look at this. All these drawings. This is Wild Arms 5. Art. The badass Greg there. Clueless Dean and sexy Rebecca. And then another one. What I don't like is that they had to do this in order to turn it into a book. It kind of cuts the picture in half. That's kind of sad. I imagine the artist must have been pissed seeing his art done in this way, printed in this way, but you know, it happens. Here's more. It's a little bit thick, so I'm not going to show it all. Just the Wild Arms 5 pertinent parts. There's more. Real Van Fleur. One of my favorite female characters ever in a video game. Rebecca's kind of generic. She's just there for like sex appeal. Nah, just kidding. She's okay. She's a cool character. She grows up in the game, matures. There's some really good character development in this game. I really enjoyed it. Some people hated the characters, but not me. I loved almost all of them. Here are the characters from Wild Arms 4, and you see what I mean? See Julie there from Wild Arms 4? She's all cut up. It looks horrible. But yeah, it's not exactly the best of art books, but it delivers, I believe. More Wild Arms 4. Wow. All sexy now. Japan sure does love to dress their little girls the sexiest ways possible. It's Wild Arms 3 art. And then eventually you get, oh, look at this portrait. Haha. Virginia. She looks beautiful. Also one of my favorite characters in a video game. Wild Arms 2. The first Wild Arms. I never liked the art, the character design in Wild Arms 1. Characters look, I don't know, kind of a little bit deformed for my taste. Like here, for example. Yeah. That's if an amateur drew them or something. And then there's the character profiles of most of the characters, including Wild Arms 3. The entire series, with the exception of Wild Arms XF on the PSP. Pretty bad game in my opinion, but to each their own. Some people like it. Anyway, that's the special edition of Wild Arms 5. Let's move on to more games. Alright, here's another bunch of games. All of them. Shadow Hearts. You know, the PS2 game that I want the most right now is the first Shadow Hearts. I had it once, but I had to sell it, and I only kept the second one, which is my favorite of the three. The third one, I'm okay if I have it. I'm okay if I don't have it. Not a big fan of that game, but I really liked it anyway. But Shadow Hearts 1 and 2, I'm a big fan, you guys know that, but I only own the second one. As you can see, most of them are plastic bags and all. This is a gift from Rem. Thank you, Rem, if you're watching this. Another game that I really want in my collection is the third part. I only own Volume 1 and 2 of the Dog Hack GU series. I know there's the last recode on the PS4, which includes everything. I really want that game too, but I'm a collector, so I love the PS2 and I'm missing the third part. It's also a little bit expensive, like a $50 to $60 game nowadays. And I really want that game. Those are two games, Shadow Hearts 1 and Dog Hack GU 3 that I'm missing and that I really would like to have, but I just haven't found them. Grounded 2 and 3, Valkyrie Profile 2, one of my favorite PS2, well, my favorite PS2 video game, and also my favorite PS2 RPG of all time, and I think it's probably my second favorite RPG ever, of all consoles, of all video games, of all RPGs ever made. I'm a huge fan of this game. Rogue Galaxy, yeah, I don't want to talk about this game anymore. You guys know the reason. Star Ocean, these two games come in these boxes, but they have nothing. They don't have art book or anything. They're just, for decorative purposes, I believe. It's just the game inside of them, the normal game, complete in box, and that's it, nothing special. This one comes with a Final Fantasy XII demo. I haven't tried it, but I beat the game on the PS2 a long time ago, so I have no need to play the demo, but it'll be interesting. Radiata Stories and Atelier Iris 2, The Ass of the Destiny. I'm also mixing the first one. That's yet another game that I really want. I'm not dying to have it, but I really want it. The first one in the series. The third one, I've never played it, so I can't say that I really want it, but it'll be cool to have the entire trilogy. Radiata Stories, man, that's another favorite. It's not one of my 10 favorite RPGs on the system, but let's say it's like number 12 or number 11 for so to say. Radiata Stories is, man, what an amazing game. It's starting to become a hidden gem. This is a game I think everybody must play. Radiata Stories, guys. Great game. Alright, let's move on to another bunch of games. Okay, another bunch of games here. Phantasy Star Universe, I have recommended these games a lot in my channel. Not that I'm a huge fan of them, but I think they are underrated, especially this one. A lot of people thought these two were online-only games like Phantasy Star Online. But no, even the online games have an offline mode with a complete story, not a 10-hour bullshit, no. Complete story, which is pretty cool. Wild Arms 3. I'm missing Wild Arms 4. That's a game, I liked it. I enjoy the game. I'm not dying to have it, but it would be cool to have it. Tales of the Abyss, Tales of Legendia, my favorite Tales of ever made. I love this game, man. Eternal Poison, no reason to talk about it. I recently made an entire video about it. Go watch it. I'll leave it at the end of this video if you haven't. Stella Deus, or rather Deus. Stella Deus, I believe that's the correct pronunciation, because Deus is in Latin. So Stella Deus, The Gate of Eternity. It's a cool strategy RPG, pretty underrated in my opinion, gets a lot of underserved hate. Odin Sphere is a masterpiece, you guys know I'm a huge Odin Sphere fan. And there goes my Grow Lancer games. Grow Lancer Generations, which includes Grow Lancer 2 and 3, great strategy RPGs, Grow Lancer Heritage of War. And much like with Eternal Poison, I think I am one of the biggest Grow Lancer fans on YouTube. I think I am one of the guys that have talked the most about these games, about this series. I'm a huge fan, and I love just talking about them because I think that they deserve more attention. Thankfully, this guy here, this game, Heritage of War, I put it in a video called Top 10 JRPGs Everybody Must Play, and that video got pretty popular, over 50-something thousand views. So that's 50,000 per people who know about this game already. I did my job, Atlus. Now, they didn't pay me, but, it's just games that I really love and I think they deserve more attention. Persona 3, it's my favorite Persona ever, so I love it. It also comes with The Answer, which is like a post-game of Persona 3. It's its own game, in my opinion, pretty good. And there goes the only Kingdom Hearts that I have ever enjoyed in my life, Kingdom Hearts 2. So yeah, that's another bunch. And here's the last bunch of games that are not exactly RPGs here. King of Fighters is the PAL version. I have a modified PS2, so I can play with no problem. This one includes King of Fighters 2000 and 2001, the PAL version. It's just one disc, unlike the American version, which has two discs, both games in its own disc. It's pretty good. I am not the biggest King of Fighters fan, but I want to start collecting fighting games because that's my second favorite video game genre. First is RPGs and then it's fighting games. I love fighting games, so I want to start collecting, fighting games. And the King of Fighters seemed like a good place to start because these two were pretty cheap. This is expensive. I think it's a $40 game, but I got it for like $5. That's right. King of Fighters 2003 and 2002. The Bouncer, Square Enix's attempt to bring back 3D beat 'em ups. It didn't work. This game failed miserably, I believe. It's okay. I played it and it was like, is this something I want to finish? No, I don't think so. But it does have a co-op mode, so maybe with a friend, maybe? Okami is another masterpiece by Clover Studio. Great game. You know what happened to Clover Studio, right? They became Platinum Games. Oh yeah. Well, most of the employees, at least. Okami, the original version. Green Grimoire. This is a game that I would like to talk about again, and you probably will not see me shut up about this game from now on in this new channel, because I have covered this game like once or twice in my other channel. Why? Because it's not an RPG. This is a tower defense with some RPG elements by Atlus. By Vanillaware, I mean. I can't. Every time I think about the PS2, I think of Atlus for some reason. Anyway, Vanillaware. This is the first Vanillaware game. I mean, I know there's Princess Crown on the Saturn and the PSP, but when they made that game, they weren't called Vanillaware. So the first official title under the title Vanillaware was Green Grimoire. I'll talk about this game some other video. Orphan is a mediocre game. I just got it for really cheap, so I was like, okay. I don't really care for it. Radiator Stories again? This again? What are you doing here, man? Well, I put it on purpose, probably, because I wanted to talk about it again. But I think I would rather make an entire video about it, because this game, there's just so much to talk about it, and you will see why later on. It's a Tri-Ace game. The Tri-Ace people who made Valkyrie Profile, Star Ocean, they made this excellent action RPG, and there's a lot to talk about this game, so it merits its own video. Anyway, that's it, guys. This is my PS2 collection, my entire PS2 collection so far. I will obviously make an update someday when I get like 10 or 20 more to merit another video, second video. But for now, this is it. This is it. Oh boy, that was a hell of a journey. Lots of games. I wish I could have more, but don't worry. Maybe eventually I will have more and more JRPGs. But like I said in the video, I pretty much have almost all of the JRPGs that I truly want. One thing is to truly or really want a game, and one other thing, different thing, is just to say, oh, it's cool if I have that game. I would like to have this game. It's different from what I really want it. So everything I really want is here except for like 5 games. Let's just say 4 or 5 games like you saw in the video. But anyway, someday. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video with your friends. See you next time.